Oh, it looks so
Hi.
good.
Yeah, you guys look great.
My hair is hairy.
Yeah.
Very- Okay,
Flippy
which camera
today.
do I look at? That's straight on
the
4.
far one.
Yeah, got it. Got it. Thank you.
Oh, that's a good
So,
question.
quick rundown in case any of you want to talk to camera at any point.
Yeah.
1. This is the wide.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
This
3?
is couch. So
Okay.
this is
Yeah.
card.
Oh.
And then that.
Oh,
Got
okay,
it.
That's us.
No, you're that one straight ahead that doesn't have a number on it.
Right.
Okay, so we will do this and we'll keep an eye on the time.
Yeah, how long do you guys typically like to do for interviews?
Like 45 minutes?
Yeah.
Is
yeah,
that
we're like
cool?
30, 45.
Yeah, we'll do the
Okay.
same.
Okay.
All right, good,
Great.
good. And we'll keep it moving.
Yeah. I feel like we're
Perfect.
going to have no problem talking.
Yes. I know.
the
No, we were
board.
already
Billing.
getting
Okay,
to stuff.
That's
We'll
the
go to
brilliant part
12.
about working with podcasters, fellow podcasters.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
sure you guys have had people on and you're like, why can't you talk?
Yeah.
Carlene, can I get a quick 1, 2, 1, 2?
1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, just.
Jill, I love those shoes.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank
Much.
you so much. Thank you. All right. Are we good, Remy?
Let me sit down.
Oh, yeah. I thought we were already rolling. Sorry.
Everything is rolling.
Okay.
Just, live switching, so I want to make sure.
Love it.
Do you have a person that you would like to start on?
I'll probably start.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. All right. Welcome to Breaking Beauty Podcast. Brooke and Danielle, we have the gals on the go. They're sitting down for us. They are not on the go. We are going to chat with them. We've trapped them in this room for an hour. We're going to get all of their secrets. So, okay, if our audience isn't as familiar with this dynamic duo, tell us how you started like podcasting together.
Oh, well, thank you for having us. We're so excited to be here and sitting in one place. We are not being held captive. We actually wanted to be here with these two lovely ladies right here. So Brooke and I have both been doing YouTube for over 10 years now, and that's how we met originally.
Yes, and we ended up at college together. I'm 2 years older, so I was in my junior year of college. Danielle was in her freshman year. We were traveling a lot for work on the weekend, so we were full-time students during the week. Sorority life, going to the football games, doing everything. But then on the weekends, we would often go on trips for social media, and kind of we're living like this Hannah Montana double life of sorts.
Yeah.
So then we did that for a full year. After that, we kind of wanted a project together because we had everything separate, but we were kind of doing the same thing essentially just on our own. And we decided a podcast would be the perfect way to do it.
Amazing.
So Gals on the Go was born. And we've been doing it since 2018. So yeah.
Wow.
It's been
And so
so
did
much
you
fun.
work together when you traveled on the weekends or apart? You were just you had
it was
different
like
jobs.
for like we went to this event called StyleCon, like conventions and stuff like
Yes.
that,
Yeah.
similar to BravoCon, but
Yeah.
for,
Yeah.
influencers. And we were definitely starting to become known as like the besties. Like they wanted a picture with Brooke and I, or
Okay.
like our friends would tell us, you guys have such good banter, like you guys need to create something together. And we
Right.
were definitely characters, if you will, in each other's videos. But yeah, we were always just helping each other, like take each other's content. So
Mhm.
that's why we wanted something together.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so
Great.
fun.
And if people want to dive into like listening to your show, what's a good place to start? Like, do you have one episode that like has popped off and like kind of really is like characterizes you all and really is kind of like a great starting point? Or
That's such a good question because I feel like we have so many like lingo things or people like,
Yeah,
"Can you explain
like
this
inside
joke or something. We need like
Yeah.
a glossary.
We
honestly.
should create a Gals
Yeah,
Go glossary.
we should. But we have one I know from a few years ago that was like allow us to reintroduce ourselves.
Yes.
Where we get into like our whole backstory, like where we
Okay.
grew up, because people like they're like, wait, where are you even from?
Yeah. How do you guys know each other? If you're from different
Yes.
states, like I don't
Yeah.
understand.
okay.
And then a few of our other notable episodes are our late night Greece episode, our Greece trip.
yes.
That we refer to that one a lot. We,
Oh.
Gals on the Go, we brought our podcasting equipment on our Greece trip.
Oh, I love
Stuff like that. It was
Yeah.
so funny. Got locked out of our room. Like things just
It was a crazy time.
happened.
Yeah, a lot of our trip recaps. I feel like we go on really fun trips with
Right.
friends who do social media and friends who don't.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
just
We got to keep up with
Yeah.
the travel
Yeah.
aspect. for
yeah,
Gals.
Well,
Gals on the go.
Yeah, well, that's how I met you, both of you, was in
Yay!
Miami
Yes.
on the Revlon trip.
was so
it was
amazing.
so great. And I have always been a drugstore Revlon girly, and I just felt like it was just so fun for them to like reintroduce everybody and get that color stay moment going. And like,
Oh my God.
it was just such a fun group. It
I
really
mean,
was.
the
was.
Edition
Yeah.
Hotel, like all
Yeah.
the nice restaurants, Sexy Fish. Like,
Yeah.
that place was
Yes.
incredible. I went back after I went back to Miami, and I went back to Sexy Fish and brought my friends. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's amazing.
I'm going again. And I told my friends, I was like, okay, guys, like, we're going to a restaurant called Sexy Fish. And they were like, no, we're not. And I'm like, no, trust
I promise.
me. Trust me, it's going to be fun. We're
I
gonna
think
take
it's a great
selfies.
name.
It's-
I love
yes.
that name.
Yeah, it's really fun. Anyway, Gals on the Go in Miami. It was awesome.
That was a
Now,
great trip.
I have a question for both of you, because as podcasters, we've all been doing it for a while. How do you feel about podcast reviews? Do you guys read them? Do you not pay attention to them? What do you think?
Do not look at them.
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
looked.
Yeah, if people have feedback, like they've constructive feedback, I
Yeah.
feel like we're more receptive via DM.
Yeah.
Or like
we'll take
yeah.
it there.
yeah, and people share that, which is great.
Yeah.
For us, like it's just not a constructive criticism place. It's more so just
And
like,
I feel
yeah.
like people don't have a profile on there, so they can just say
Yeah.
whatever they want. So I just don't wish to look at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Spotify they don't even have a review
I
section
know.
anymore.
That's really interesting. And so
Mhm.
many more people are like listening there. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it is like a safer space in a way. Like
Yeah.
for like you can't really
Do you guys read your
Yeah,
reviews?
do you?
I definitely have in the past, and I agree if it's
In the
constructive.
past, yep.
Yeah. But I know I talk like a Valley girl. That's not news to me.
Exactly.
So
It's
just-
like, okay, thanks.
why do I
yeah.
need
Yeah.
to have them tell me I say like every 5 minutes? I already
Precisely.
know that. But
Yes.
anyway.
It's true.
That's
It's
what I
true.
Yeah.
So we wanted to talk to you gals. I was going to say you guys, you gals.
Definitely call us gals.
Everyone
Our
calls us the
managers
gals.
do
No,
that,
seriously,
yeah.
it's a whole, like people address emails. Hey, gals, come. Like
Yeah.
it's a thing. Yeah.
Glad you
I
did
love that. So we wanted to ask you about shopping because,
Ooh.
you are the gals on the go. So do you tend to shop more in New York or when you're in a different city? And like, what have you picked up lately? Give us some tips.
Love
This is so Danielle. Like I feel like the shopping queen. I feel like whenever I'm gonna make a big purchase, like I bring you with me, or
Yes.
I'm like, yeah,
Vice versa, though. I'll
Yeah.
make you like hype me up for
yeah, we're like shopping buddies. I feel like it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm coming. I remember when I went with you to get like your bracelet, like you made the
Yep,
big Cartier
Cartier
purchase, and it was like,
bracelet.
I was like, oh my god, because you get the secondhand like thrill of the shop.
Serotonin.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
fun actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Highly recommend doing
Yeah.
that.
It really is so fun. I forget what I've done with you, like big shopping wise, but I know you've come with me for like a Bottega bag
Yeah, oh yeah,
and the
that
Prada
was
shoes.
recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really do
Now,
hype
do
me up.
you
Wow.
do the thing
Oh.
where you like to buy, like if I were to invest in something big that was Prada, I would buy it in Italy. I'd want to buy it in Italy because they're from Italy.
Yes.
Like we're going to Paris. We're already talking about what we're going to buy from Chanel. Do you do
Oh.
that where you kind of try to, like wherever you're going, you try to get
I'd
Yeah.
like to say
something that's
that.
made there?
No, I'd love to say that. I haven't been to Europe in like 4 years, so I
You
had
got your
yeah.
last Prada bag in like Orlando, right? After Disney,
Yeah,
they just
okay,
made
Yeah, I was
then.
at the mall, and
Oh.
my parents have a place in Florida. I was like, all right, well, let me just go shopping
Yeah.
here.
I love
honestly.
shopping in
Yeah.
Florida.
I
Oh,
love
it's
that
the
idea
best.
though.
Yeah, no,
Well,
that's what I want to
souvenir
be like.
moment.
Yeah.
Part of it for me has been because we come from the magazine world. We would
Definitely.
generally, it was press trips that would bring us out there. So like
Right.
sometimes we go to Italy or Spain, and I'd research and be like, okay, Loewe here or whatever.
Right.
And I think sometimes the idea was like it can be less expensive in that
Yeah.
if
Yep.
it's in the home country. And I know here, like sometimes it's different taxes. So, there's all these like hacks to try to figure out. Although I did look this up, and apparently the cheapest place to buy Chanel in the world is the UK, not France.
Oh,
Really?
thanks for that
Yes,
tip.
that's what I've heard. Don't quote me on it,
All
but
right. All right.
No, I
so
have heard this. Or people go to from Paris, whatever, to buy Hermes because it's like easier to get to. Like 'cause there's, like,
Yeah.
crazy waiting lists and
Oh,
stuff in
yeah.
the U.S.
Well,
and I've-
best
a little-
selection
from what
for
I've heard.
sure, and it's
Yeah.
like a souvenir, right? Which is the
Yeah.
other fun thing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And
I would-
to your question about like shopping in New York versus when we travel. So now that we live in New York, we have some great shopping here that
Yes.
I shop here. And then, for example, we were in Chicago recently for our Gals on the Go live shows. And my mom and I did a whole shopping day. And I didn't buy one thing because I was like, oh, we have that in New York. We have that in
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah.
But it was nice because I just got to focus more on like the exploring and eating and stuff like that. Whereas I used to be like, shop, shop, shop. And my suitcase thanks me for that.
Yeah.
I don't
Do you
know.
guys do the sample sales here?
No.
I-
I'm so
What's
impatient.
the deal? I need to know.
Carlene's a big sample sale girl.
I mean,
She
they're
will always look
incredible.
them
Oh
up.
yes,
Yeah.
I've done a few. I did an
Yeah.
Alice and Olivia one once, and they're good. But the try-on situation, if we're talking
Yeah.
clothes, the try-on situation, it's like a communal try-on. It's kind of like you need
my
to
worst
like
nightmare.
no, you need to like wear things that are like you feel comfortable
Bodysuit.
being
Yeah.
around other people.
Leggings.
Yes.
Leggings, and you put
Yes.
the pants on over the leggings. It's like you got to get real strategic.
People come prepared. I didn't real that was my first one, so I was
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, they come like ready to just be naked. Like everyone's
Yeah.
just flinging coats everywhere
yeah.
because it's just ever. But I think that if you shop them strategically, it can be smart. There's also a thing. that I always see. I forget the
They
name
wait
of
in
it.
line for you.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know
Yes,
the name.
Jill was telling me about this.
I'm interested.
Yeah,
Because
it's like a
it-
task rabbit kind of, and you can like
Yes.
get them to wait for you.
It's like
Because the line is the
lifesaver.
worst part. It could be
Yeah.
hours. They're wrapped around. We always
Yeah.
drive by it, like,
We're
in
like,
Seoul
oh,
or
haha.
whatever. Yeah, wrapped around the block.
It's true.
It's very New
Okay.
York City coded though. Very like Sex in the
Yes.
City, waiting in line at a sample sale.
Yes.
I love the idea of it. Like recently there was a Roe sample sale, there was a Kate sample sale. I mean,
Yeah.
like
Uh,
there's some good sample
So
sales,
good.
sales here
Yeah.
in the city.
Yeah.
so where do you shop then?
Oh,
what are
that's a good question.
the name drop a few
Yeah.
places?
I'm wearing J. Crew today. I'm big into J. Crew recently. And I've also been loving this brand Saison.
Oh,
we
yeah.
talked about
Oh,
them recently.
yes.
They're I think they're
Great
also
sweaters,
French.
knitwear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Incredible. I'm starting to like get more into like the quality of the clothes. Not that I won't shop at like a Zara, but I'm
Yeah.
like, this piece will last me season over season. This sweater, it's not gonna
Yeah.
fall apart in the wash.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's kind of what I'm about these days. Well, clothes, I guess.
Yeah, no, I'm also very on board with J. Crew right now.
Mhm.
It is seriously just incredible. I think both of us could speak Revolve girlies. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Also been dabbling in moda operandi for some of the nicer pieces. And then Aritzia. Aritzia is always
Yeah.
a go-to
Yeah.
for denim. I love
Canadian.
Madewell, Good American. Wait, what
Yeah.
did you say? Oh, Canadian. Yes,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course.
Obsessed. Yeah.
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 No, I love that.
I liked when I went to Canada and I shopped at Aritzia and Lululemon there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they had, like, it's the same
More
price and it's like
selection.
Yeah.
for us, I think it's a better deal.
Yes,
It is.
it
Yes.
Definitely.
Sorry about that.
100%. Danielle, name check your outfit today. What are you wearing?
Lululemon just came out with this
Oh,
new
yeah.
line.
Wow,
Hardcore
that's-
Basics. This is Lululemon.
It looks like Skims.
It literally feels like it. It feels so incredible. I love this color.
okay.
I'm going to
Skirt.
describe it. It is a
Oh,
chocolate
yes.
brown, kind of like turtleneck
Tissue
bodysuit
kind of-
potentially.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
a bodysuit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and a brown leather skirt and brown knee-high boots. It's all about brown this year. We all know that.
Yeah.
Brooke and I are both into just like pairing a ton of neutrals together, and
Yeah.
it just looks okay.
Yeah.
Brown
I'm
tights.
really into brown tights. I had this new discovery with like, because when I'm wearing a brown outfit, the black tights just
Yeah.
contrast in a weird
Yeah.
way.
Totally.
So I just on the whim bought brown tights, and then I was really excited about it. Skirt is Revolve, belt is Zimmerman, and then shoes are Dolce Vita. They're like a pointed boot.
Love it.
So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Love
Love
it.
it. And we
Chocolate
already
chip.
we got this off the mic, but Brooke's wearing a really cute black,
Oh, thank
like
you.
nubby boucle
It's beautiful.
J. Crew.
dress.
I love this material because I feel like it's just like forgiving. You
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
it's like it's
Thick.
not body.
Boucle's
hug-
the best. It's
yeah.
giving like 90s supermodel Chanel.
Oh my
runway.
Gosh, hype me up too much.
I
Thank
agree.
you. Thank you.
And
Yeah.
she has a cute
Yes.
little hair bow in the back.
Yes, an Amazon hair bow. I got like a 4-pack of these.
Is it a clip or did you tie it around?
No, so I did a hair tie, like a clear elastic, and
Yeah.
then I like clipped it right on top.
I love it.
You might be able to see the clear elastic now that I'm saying that. Like I feel like it's like
Oh, no, I
behind
can't
it kind of showing.
here.
Yeah, I'm into the tights look situation too. I don't
Yeah.
even know where these are from. Maybe Amazon or
Yeah.
something.
Mine are literally Amazon, yeah.
And then
you're
the pointed
Prada?
toe. I know.
Prada slingbacks, they're out.
Yes,
Love them.
I figured today was the day to wear them.
They're so
the Breaking
nice.
Beauty gal.
I thought J. Crew, maybe the comeback of J. Crew had to do with Jenna Lyons being on the Real
Oh.
Housewives.
Oh,
And I was like, maybe it's like bringing, when it's like in the
Sometimes,
air, but you don't
yeah.
really put the
Right.
connection together. I was like, maybe that's why it's coming back. But then before we jumped on the mic, you guys told me about the new creative director,
Yeah.
Olympia.
Olympia
I just started
Gayot.
following.
Yeah, Olympia Marie. I've been following her for a while now, and she throws back to the 90s catalogs a lot, and she puts her vision board stuff on, and the way she layers the pieces are really great. And it's
she's
like a
got
lot
great
of like
style.
yes.
classic menswear tailoring, but then making it look kind of feminine as well. And yeah, she's got like great hair, like curly, long blonde hair. Anyways, I just love her whole vibe. It's
Love it.
great.
Me too.
She's
Great follow.
Stunning. Yeah, I think you told I followed her because of you.
Yeah,
Told me
we're
about
putting everybody on.
It is funny. I have
Sponsor it.
a quick
Use
anecdote.
code-
Yes. yeah,
Use
you-
code Breaking Beauty on
That would be great.
It's so funny.
Try it. Go
when-
ahead and try it.
When Brooke and I first met, we were both really obsessed with J. Crew, but it was like a different era of J. Crew, like that
Yes.
very preppy
Yes.
Vineyard Vines
Yes.
era. So now that
Brights.
we're both wearing J. Crew again, it's so funny. I
Yeah.
love
Really
it.
full circle. A totally different J. Crew. Could be
Totally
totally different store.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've done a
It's
great job.
true.
She's done.
I
a great
always
job.
felt like Banana Republic could do that. And I feel like
Yes.
they've come back a little bit, but I was like, just hit that Friends era.
I
Just
know.
give
Totally.
us those like the exact same
Classics.
kind of like almost like gappy pieces
Yep.
that we used to wear back in the day. Just like
Yeah.
minimalist, and like you're done.
I know.
We're waiting for you, Banana
No.
Republic.
They're still in the
Yeah.
malls. I still see them.
Yeah.
They're
Give me
out
that turtleneck.
Yes.
Yeah, the Banana Republic, I don't know. I think they're a bit lost. I think we're all going on a safari. I'm like, no.
No.
Um,
Wait, I know what you mean.
Yeah, they have
The
that.
mannequins.
Okay, for our listeners who are loving fashion, but they're on a budget, what do you make of these apps that are kind of cropping up that make it easier for people to like swap pieces and wardrobes, renting? Like, I know in New York it's Pickle. I feel like
Yes.
everybody
Danielle's
is
the
talking
CEO.
about that. So
Love
that's like
Pickle.
peer-to-peer clothing rentals. Have you used it?
I literally did 2 drop-offs this morning.
Really?
Yep,
Really?
yep,
Tell
or
me
pickups.
everything.
I am seriously so obsessed. I believe you can use it nationwide, but it's very specific to New York. I think a lot of the girlies in New
Yeah.
York are using it, so it's really helpful. I love it because it's very well curated. I don't think it's purposely. It's just the demographic they've brought in. It's like,
Yeah.
Simkai, it's I'm called Gaia, that kind of vibe of brands, which I really like. So it's very elevated pieces, but you're renting them from like $40 to $90 depending. I mean, you could be renting like a $600 dress, but it's, $50, which I'm obsessed with. So
Yeah.
I've been really loving that. And it's so nice. You can set it up where you can either do drop off, like personally, like a handoff,
Yeah.
or like I do courier. So they set up like an Uber Eats driver or something to pick it up from you. So you don't even have to, have any social interaction.
Yeah.
They just pick it up from you and take it to the person. And I also am lending out pieces from my closet that I spent a good bit of money on. I don't want to sell, but I want it to still have more lives. So it's
Yes.
incredible.
And
This is
okay,
so
what about when you get it back and it smells like cigarette smoke?
Yeah, yeah.
Good question. Good question.
Does that
Yeah.
happen?
So you can also set all these different settings. You can say they need to have it cleaned
Dry clean.
or you do it. I set it as I'll clean it because I know how I want it to be dry
Sure,
cleaned,
yeah.
everything. And then you can kind of control the timing because they also have to pitch like, I want it for this amount of days. And I'm like, okay, well, you're going to get it cleaned in that amount of days. So it's better for me to just be like, okay, you give it back to me, then I'll get it dry cleaned myself.
Right.
And then you make the price a little bit higher on your end so that
Right.
it, helps with the
closet
cost.
sharing.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's
it's
so
a new thing, but I'm
genius.
really loving it.
Must have been
Wow.
invented by a woman.
Yes, it
had
was,
To,
yeah.
Had to have been.
So it's
Yeah.
called like pickle.
no,
Pickle.
just pickle.
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 Oh, sorry.
The word
We say like so much that it.
I mean, it could be like pickle.
No, it could be.
I'm not.
I don't know the
opposed.
meaning behind pickle though.
I was gonna say.
I actually need to ask.
Yeah.
The swapping of.
I
It
really
better not be one of those things like I'm in such a pickle I have nothing to wear.
Wait, that's totally what it
that,
is.
That would probably tell you the woman who started it is like my age with the dad
gosh.
joke.
Wait, I feel like that's definitely what it is.
that makes a lot of sense. I need that to roll out everywhere, and I just feel like it's so much more democratized than even like Rent the Runway, and like because you can literally search. You're like, I am looking for this Simkai dress, and
Yes.
somebody around the corner has it.
It's incredible. Like
Yeah.
last night we went to a
Amazing.
holiday soiree and I wanted like a fabulous dress. So I wore this dress that Meghan Markle's actually worn before.
Oh,
I don't know how to pronounce the name. It's Posse is the brand, Posse.
Okay.
And I was just so excited. And I just rented it for like $45.
I love that.
Okay, I'm
It's a
obsessed with
brilliant
that
idea.
idea.
It's
yeah, I haven't gotten on that.
You
yet.
need to
I
though.
really
It's
need
so
to.
it's so fun. You have to get beside the point that like you're sharing it with other people and just
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
fine with that because I
Yeah.
do the like Rent the Runways. We love
Yeah.
Fashion Pass.
Yes.
Another like.
Yeah.
I like that one because it's unlimited swaps.
Yeah.
So for
Yeah.
us, we always do stuff like on camera and stuff. So it's
Yeah.
nice to constantly have a fresh
Yeah.
wardrobe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
do you
I was
guys do
gonna
Rent the Runway at all?
Yeah.
We have
I
Really?
haven't done
No,
it.
I
It's not as economical, and it's just like a little harder to get going. And
Yeah.
I feel like the brands they have aren't as good.
No,
You
I've
know?
done Rent the Runway once, but we love Fashion Pass.
Yeah.
Fashion Pass.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm into
Yeah.
that as
And
well.
Newly people like too.
Newly's
Oh, yes.
so
That's really popular.
Yes.
You're so right. A lot of my
Yeah,
friends do
in
Newly
New
because it's
York.
like work and fun clothes.
Yes.
A little bit of both.
If you,
wow. This is like a part-time gig. Is
know.
like getting your wardrobe ready.
Literally.
What about your live events? So first of all,
Yeah.
tell us about those and what because I understand Jill's told me that she's seen you guys on video. You look kind of like you have complimentary outfits. Do you have a stylist or like do you just coordinate it or what?
no, it's coordinated all via us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Via text, like I'm gonna wear
Yes.
this. Can you wear that?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. It's like, wait, okay, but I want to wear the blazer dress. I'm like, okay, I'll try to find like this sparkly moment might not go with the blazer dress.
Right.
I'm gonna
Right,
like try
that's
to, you know,
smart.
like mixing
Yeah.
and matching. And the shows, I would describe them. It's not a live podcast. It's not a Q&A. It really
Yeah.
is like a live show. Like there's
Mhm.
interactive elements, there's comedy,
Games,
games.
music.
Yeah, music. Yeah.
Little movie in the beginning. We have a DJ now that we bring with us to
Yeah,
every show.
that's what that's
Female
called.
DJ.
Fun.
Great girls' night out. I mean, it's designed for people who listen to the podcast, so
Yeah.
kind of like comedic bits, like more exaggerated. But people bring their moms, you know, who have never listened, and they'll tell us, they'll be like, great show, you know, or boyfriends or whatever. We're
Lots
like,
of
wow,
fun.
thank
Yeah.
you for sitting
Wow.
through that.
I mean, it looks like you guys have a big crowd that shows up too. So it's like, that's really fun. And also, I'm sure nerve wracking at the beginning anyway.
Oh yeah, when we're waiting backstage, we're like, oh my god.
Oh yes,
Oh my
yeah. It feels
God.
like you're at the top of like a roller coaster. You're
Yeah.
like this part where you're like,
Yes, the
yeah, like it goes
butterflies.
into your stomach or whatever. You're like,
Oh,
but,
absolutely.
but then once you go on, it's we grew up doing theater, so we love
Oh,
like being on stage
okay.
and that whole.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
That
good.
makes
it's really, like,
sense.
so-
Just back to the pickle idea. Is there anything similar for beauty? And I mean, I know we're not gonna be like swapping makeup, but like if someone is like, I need to use the Dyson Airwrap, or I want to test it out before I buy it. Have you seen anything on there?
I think Breaking Beauty needs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly,
I have never heard of that.
Okay, so they used to have, this is not comparable at all,
Right.
but I feel like it failed. So maybe the Allure store,
Yes.
you could go and like test. I mean, you could do it at any Sephora or whatever,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
feel like they like had the idea of like come and
Like the
try our
best
products.
products.
Like it was kind of like a,
Yeah.
you know, like I feel like
Yeah.
there's stores kind of that are more demo based. And
Yes.
it's like
Yeah.
like
It's the
they-
closest you can get.
the
right
idea
now.
was that it was like a Sephora where it's multi brands and it's like come and test it out.
But it was
I
like all
guess,
of
but it-
Allure's top, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did
it
you guys
didn't
ever
make
go
it.
there when it was
Not
open?
no, but I
Actually
saw it
shot,
on I
yeah.
saw it on social media.
Yeah.
It's a smart idea, like
Yeah.
bringing their best in beauty to life,
Definitely.
kind of thing.
It didn't make it. Though.
No,
But
sad
there
face.
not anything like that.
Yeah, that's a gap in the market.
I mean, yeah, white space.
Yeah,
Hello.
exactly.
Now, I also have a question about clothes and living in New York. Where do you guys store everything? What do you do?
Well, Brooke, luckily, her family lives like an hour and a half away.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm from Long Island, so I like
Yeah.
literally do a seasonal swap out. I'm like,
Wow.
bringing
Oh,
this
wow.
home. Yeah, I fully have like a functioning closet there, but you have to utilize every crevice of your apartment. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can't have pieces in your apartment. I've learned that are just for like decor. Like everything kind of needs to be. I mean, you can have
Functional.
Seriously,
Yeah, it needs to
though.
be functional. I'm talking
Yeah.
like under the bed
Right.
storage. You
Yeah.
know, side tables storage.
Yeah.
I had like a bar cart. I recently got like a bar cabinet because I don't store clothes in it, but I needed just more storage for like seasonal items and things like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Everything needs to have a multi-purpose. Yeah.
No, yeah, my nightstands, I just had to buy new nightstands with huge drawers, and they're new dressers for me. Like, I
Yeah.
have more clothes in there. I had to buy more cabinets from Wayfair to put in the corner just for more storage.
Yeah.
My biggest regret was buying a low bed because it was, you know, the whole
Right.
Oh,
movement,
yeah.
And I'm like, wow. I used to always store things under my bed in Georgia and
Yeah.
Florida where I lived. So
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Yes.
They make beds that literally
That's
like
fine.
fold up. I feel like with
Yes.
the
I've
storage,
seen that.
everything's about
Yes.
more storage. And
Yes.
Danielle, you had organizers come.
Yeah.
That helped a lot, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now I have like a system. But at first I was like, what was I thinking?
Wow.
Yeah.
I love working with organizers and like figuring out a system that works best. A lot of people in New York use them, I feel like, for that reason.
Is there
Yeah.
a service that you like the best?
Yes, twice as organized. They're my
Okay.
girlies. They're amazing.
I feel like that's something people want to be doing going into the new year. They're like, that's it. I'm decluttering.
Yeah.
I'm getting myself organized.
Oh, we have to declutter all the time.
yeah.
Always
Oh.
donating, always selling. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
very important.
Very, very
Okay.
often.
Lo-
Yeah. I
love
think
that.
everyone in New York struggles with this. I mean, like
Yeah.
we obviously have a massive influx of like inbound like
Yes.
clothes and beauty products
PR.
and things like PR, which obviously we're grateful for, but we go through it more. But everyone has this
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
the storage dilemma of
Yeah.
New York. Yeah.
Storage gate.
Yeah. So we want to ask you about fitness and stuff like that, but I think we need to get into some beauty.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm down for that.
Yeah. So tell us where the places to go in New York are, first of all. Like, where are the places to go to get your hair done?
Mm.
Do you guys get facials, like treatments?
Oh, we can go down all kinds
Hair.
of
Yeah.
We can start with hair.
glam,
Because
Okay.
Same hairdresser, and she does a lot of influencer type. Like she has a salon actually. It's called
Okay.
Carolan Salon.
Okay.
And her name is Mads Hair. Well, that's what I call her, but Madison Rulan is her name.
Okay.
And she's excellent, and the salon is so great.
Okay.
It's in the Lower East Side. Great
Yeah,
location.
she's amazing. And like, you know, she does my hair, which, well, it's a little bit darker now, but she does blondes. And then she also does brunettes and
Brunettes.
like glazes, great cuts. Like everyone in that salon is amazing. I'm always recommending people there. And they're
Okay.
always happy. So right in the Lower East Side. And that's new. She just opened the salon this year. And we actually have had her as a guest on the podcast.
Yeah, she came
So
out.
nice.
Yeah,
love
she's our
Madison.
go-to.
And then Glam is like having its moment, you know, for certain events. I'm sure obviously you guys know, but like for certain events and stuff, we'll get our makeup done.
Mhm.
We have a couple like makeup artist friends that have become our friends, and then also we use them for makeup, like cam.artistry on Instagram.
Okay.
Her name's
It's the
Kat.
best.
She's one of our favorites. Have to shout her out. One of our good friends, Kellyanne, Makeup XKA.
Yeah.
She's
I've been following
great.
her on Instagram.
She's incredible.
Yeah, she does really great work. I think she just did like masterclass or something like that.
Yes,
Yeah,
at
yeah,
Nordstrom.
yeah, amazing.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then there's so many like hair people. Like if you're like going to an event, I mean, it's not cheap by any means.
Yeah.
But that's always really fun. But then facials, I haven't gotten. Oh, I like to get hydrofacials a
Okay.
lot.
Okay.
I go to Everbody. It's like Ever-Body. They have them throughout the city. I
Yeah.
get facials.
Okay.
I feel like I'm not crazy into facials. I kind of struggle with acne, so like I
Yeah.
always get nervous
Same.
going in for the facials and stuff because I'm like, is it gonna bring it all to the surface?
Okay. So Sophie Pavitt
Yeah.
is like
She's right
the-
down here.
She
Okay.
She's
is-
in the Lower East Side. I have
what-
had a facial
What's
from
her
her.
like tagline thing?
goes to
She's
her.
like we called her like the acne whisperer. We
Yeah.
gave her that, I think.
Oh wow.
And so if you look at her Instagram, it's like before and afters, before and afters, before and afters, and it's like over time for people with acne, and they're just
Oh,
like
amazing.
it looks like their face has a
Transformed.
filter on it, like they are transformed. So if
Really?
you have a
I've heard
concern
this
like
name.
that, she is like
Yeah.
she's the one we know of.
Yeah,
we don't
she
live
has
here, but
she just launched a skincare line and now it's
Yes.
being sold at Goop. She's like really making moves and
Oh,
I just love her because like she's from the UK, so she like gives it to you straight, but there's also no judgment. You know what I
that,
mean?
yes.
Like, and she
Yeah.
just does great work. I really
Amazing.
recommend her for sure. And I think
Wow.
it's around here. I can't remember
Yeah.
the
I
street.
I know
but-
I've seen
yeah.
her everywhere recently.
I'm
Yeah.
interested. I feel like
Yeah.
I need to be consistent with the facialist. That's the other thing.
Yeah,
I've tried
totally.
like here and there,
Yeah.
like celebrity facialist,
Yeah.
whatever, and I'm like, my skin's just worse for a week. But I
Yeah.
feel like I need to go to the same person and kind of like
I feel
work
like
on it.
she'd be a good one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm interested.
Okay, so we found out where you get your hair done. We found out where you get your facials done. Do you do any like treatments? Like,
Oh.
do you? I don't
That's
know.
Brooke.
Does
Brooke's,
do like
My
Botox or
treatment?
fillers or anything or lasers?
Brooke's
or,
our Botox.
Oh, that
President
sort of stuff.
Botox.
Yeah. Yeah.
or any treatments?
Yeah.
Tell us
Oh well,
everything.
we like lymphatic drainage massages.
Oh yeah, we
actually,
both
too.
do
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a
Rise
girl,
Up
Dami,
Beauty.
Rise Up Beauty. Yeah, she's great. She comes to your house.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
wow.
Oh, it's amazing. She comes. She has like
Yeah.
the whole table. You know, she has like the.
Dream.
It's like a jacket type situation that you sweat in. Like, what is that called? Like a
Like a sauna blanket, sauna
Yeah.
wrap, something.
Did you see the one Jennifer Aniston had and it looked like a snowsuit?
No,
and
but
it like
oh my
tightens
gosh.
And I don't know. Do you notice a
Scary.
big difference? Or
I
what?
I definitely feel like with yes, I see a big difference, but not like over time. Like I would say, you know, like if it's before an event or before a trip or something, like a lot of people do it before their bachelorette trip or
Yeah.
Right.
before
Yeah.
you know, like a big event, like a wedding or something. It does make me feel better. I feel like it
Yeah.
like helps get things moving. Not to be TMI, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
because
Oh,
that's
you
like the
feel your
purpose.
stomach like
Yeah,
gurgling.
yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I literally hear my stomach gurgling when I get these massages, like
Wow.
because they do like a whole like motion, like it's the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what you're supposed to do with like babies who are like colicky or like
Yes.
have
Uh-huh.
like, you know, they're constipated or whatever. You do like you do the massages.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I also love going to the face gym. Have you guys ever been?
Yes. In
It's
LA, I've been.
relevant. I know
Yes.
it, but I haven't been.
I love it. Sometimes if
Mhm.
if I'm in a pickle,
Yeah.
I often like my walk back home, I walk past Face Gym. I'm like, do you guys have any appointments? Like I'm just feeling bloated. I need
Yeah.
and they go to town. I do the they have a few different options. I do the signature hands facial where they don't use that like electrocutey thing because
Yeah.
it just makes
Yeah.
me. She uses it, they do it. I just makes me feel really uncomfortable, and I
Yeah.
want to feel comfortable during it. So they just do even more hand massages.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It really snatches you.
It does.
Yeah. Like if
Like,
you
you see
are,
difference.
it's like sculpting. I really agree with
But
that.
it's also
Like,
like
a
if-
temporary
yeah,
type
for like
of
your
Yes.
birthday that night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like that. So I only get them if I know I have something like literally that day. Like I got it before one of our live shows, and I'm just really
Okay.
excited about that.
Yeah.
So funny. I feel like that's one of the biggest difference between here and like Toronto is that
Mhm.
you guys have these like chains.
I
like,
know.
Glam,
Yeah,
and
you're
like
so
you
right.
mentioned a couple other
We love
ones.
Dry Bar too. We have
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Really,
they have that in
I
Canada,
guess our
right?
population we don't have as many people to like sustain
Yeah.
it. But yeah,
Yeah, we
you,
do have literal
you've got all
chains.
these like just
Yes,
it's
multiple
so
locations.
easy,
Yeah,
right? It's like going
everybody,
to Burger
Dry
King
Bar.
or something.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
You're so right.
Oh, yes.
Is there
Yeah.
a dry bar in Toronto?
There used to
There
be
was.
dry bar inside Nordstrom. We had Nordstrom for like a
Oh, okay.
decade, and then they just left.
Oh,
So weird.
Dry bar and Nordstrom?
Yeah,
they're both
Yeah.
I
gone.
love
Yeah.
Nordstrom.
God.
I know. So what that is one thing when we come here, it's like I'm Nordstrom. I
Oh.
freaking love the shopping experience at
We
Nordstrom.
are
I'm
big
very sad
Yes.
Oh, I
that
love
it's
Sorry
gone.
about that.
Yeah.
What about hair color? Did you talk about that yet? I love your
No.
color.
Oh, thank you. I was bleach blonde for a really long time. This is like my natural hair, kind of what's growing in, which is
Okay.
actually terrifying.
It looks
Um,
great.
No, I'm happy. I'm happy with it. I just couldn't believe like how dark my hair was. You know what I mean? Because I was
Yeah.
dyeing it for so long.
This is the blonde.
Yeah,
right?
Yes, it's like
Yeah.
It
lived
actually
in.
worked out well. I know you guys had Haley on your podcast, but
Yes.
it's working out because I'm like, wait, she's kind of doing the same thing as my hair
She
right now. So I'm like,
is.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, she went like total
Yes.
dark. I like to still add some like I call them money pieces in the
Yeah.
front. It's just to like I don't feel myself because I've been blonde for so long. I don't feel like myself if I don't have some sort of
Yeah.
brightness. But I'm happy with it, and I'm really trying
You
to
and
grow out my
Brittany both.
hair. Yes.
Jill read the memoir and told me apparently she's naturally black hair.
Yeah.
Really?
I heard
She
this.
No
said
idea.
that- yeah, she said
wouldn't know.
people would be surprised to know I have like black hair at my roots, and I was like, that is shocking because you just think of her as being
Yeah,
brunette,
yeah,
but like black
associate.
hair is very surprising, or it's
Yeah.
surprising.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm
love
sure she
Brittany.
hasn't grown it out and like done that all yet.
I don't know what's going on with her hair.
I
Every time I
know.
see the videos, I'm like, oh my God, she could have the best hairstylist in the world. Just go to your
You're
house.
so
Just do a
right.
house call.
Yes.
House
Just
call.
hide,
Yes.
just hide the what are they called? Where are the extensions? Like to blend
The
them.
roots.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
She could put a salon in her house.
100%.
I mean, honestly, like, go for it.
You
Yeah.
could have someone there full time.
Yeah.
I'm Kardashians. They have like a whole thing in their house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The
Come
beauty
in.
salon.
Sorry, I interrupted. But yeah, I love it because it's almost like a natural balayage that's
Yeah.
happening.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's does a
great.
great job.
I know I haven't seen it this dark and so long. Like it was really blonde.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like literally last year around this time I was bleach blonde. And it's
Mhm.
not to say I won't do that again, but I'm
Yeah.
trying to grow out my hair and like taking Nutrafol. Like I'm just
Yeah.
doing the things for that hair
Yes.
health. So we're working on it.
Yeah, it
Okay.
is. It must be such a journey, like being known as a blonde or like that,
Yes.
especially when you're from Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it just would be identity crisis.
Yeah,
Right?
oh, totally. I like see certain photos of myself. I'm like, oh my gosh. But then I am happy with my hair right now because I feel like it accentuates certain things.
Yes.
But then it's funny. I always joke like it's our thing that I'm the blonde and she's the brunette. So I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I can never go fully brunette because our podcast cover, like
Yeah.
already our podcast cover right now, I'm bleach blonde, and so I
It's
have to
true.
be okay with
No.
that.
Jill was trying to tell me, she's like, okay, so how you can remember who's who? 'Cause I didn't get to meet you in Miami. And she's like, okay, Brooke is brunette. So you've got the
Yes.
brr alliteration. And I
Oh,
was
that's
like,
so
got it. So
Bro, oh,
I
that's
love that
really good.
alliteration. Oh, that's easy.
Brooke?
Yeah, you've pretty
Brunette.
much always been. Well, you did highlights for a little in LA.
Yeah, we've all had our phases of
Yeah.
like doing
Yeah.
something crazy.
Yeah, but I'd say this has been your hair for the most.
This is my
part.
natural hair, and then I just get a glazed gloss, like
Yeah.
whatever on top, and I just stay darker. Actually, this time I was like, you can go a little darker. You know, it's the winter time now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Is it
looks so
curly?
cute.
your
Yeah, she's
hair?
great. It's wavy. Not I crimped it on top of the wave
Yeah. it's
today, so it has
pretty.
like a little. Oh my god, thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
What
I feel-
did you use?
Oh,
What's the crimper?
What's the name of it?
Bondi Sand.
No, I got a new one though. Mermaid hair.
Mermaid hair.
Okay.
It's nice. I used to use the Bondi Sands one, and it's good. It's a little like thicker barrel. This one's a little bit of like a thinner barrel, and
Yeah.
it's like the clamp on it's nice.
That's
Like, because
nice.
I feel like since you're kind of like just pressing your hair with heat, you
Yeah.
want to make sure that the clamp. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
felt nice.
it's one of those things that's like the hair tool thing is a whole journey. Because I feel like I saw you also at the Dyson Air Straight event.
Yes.
In New York. It was like a week after or 2 weeks after we had been in
Yes.
Miami. So
I
have
love
you
that
had
thing.
any luck with the Dyson Air Straight?
Oh, I literally use it all the time. I got her on it when we were in
Oh,
the Hamptons
really?
because it's just so easy that you can blow out your hair and like smooth it out
Yeah.
at the same time.
It's just the one look, I guess. Is like
Yes.
the,
that's the only
Yeah.
problem. Is
Yeah.
when your
I
hair's
didn't
just
buy it.
straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like
So,
you need a little finishing.
I
thing
go in with
after.
like a heated round brush.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
But I
Do,
think
do
it's
you like
amazing.
it?
I like it. I don't need it though.
Oh,
like,
is your
it's-
hair-
your natural hair?
It's kind of my
You're
hair
kidding
is
me.
straight, but
So-
I it holds heat pretty well, so I can like usually style it and it kind of behaves.
Wow.
But
Dream hair then. Like,
That's
but I do think that Dyson, like that tool, is game changing for people who do have curly
curly
hair.
hair, yeah.
Totally.
And like without the damage and all of that, it's
Yeah.
kind of
It's-
amazing.
And it's
Genius.
quick.
yes.
so quick.
Over
Yeah.
the summer, it was lovely to use because we would like be in the pool or be
Yeah.
outside, like go take
Yeah.
a shower, and you're like, oh, I could be ready in 20 minutes. Sure.
Oh my
Yeah.
Like,
God.
Yeah.
never could have said that
With,
before.
like sleek
you know?
straight hair for dinner.
It's true.
Very
Obsessed.
impressed.
Okay, so we're going into 2024 and you are the gals on the go. What's your dream destination
Oh, I
for
love
next
that.
year or for 2024?
Oh my gosh.
Well-
Personal travels or actually
Both.
the live show, we do want to come to Toronto.
Yes.
like on our list. It's
yes.
like
That's the Toronto show.
We'll be there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, international for us too.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we get to go. You guys are getting tickets. Like we want
Heck
to be there
yes.
so bad. We just know we like. She's been to Toronto. I've
Yeah.
only been to other parts of Canada.
Yeah.
So very excited about that. We always talk about how we want to do we do some of our influencer friends who are real friends now.
Yes.
We like to do big trips. We usually do a Cabo trip every year. But
Okay.
we're like, oh, we'd love to organize an Italy or
Yeah.
more of a European trip because
Yeah.
everyone went to Europe this summer.
Yeah,
Everyone did?
I know.
It's
Had to
true.
mute a lot of people.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah.
a
sorry. Yep.
1 month period, right?
Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Um,
So that's definitely on our list, I'd say.
Yeah, I need to get back to Europe. Like
What
it's-
about the revolve trips? Have you guys ever done those?
Yep.
Danielle
Have you
sent to-
revolved around the world?
We have revolved around the world.
Okay.
So start with your first one.
My first
Yes.
revolve around the world was actually the craziest thing. That was when they were having the trip I was on, Shay Mitchell, Elsa Hosk, oh my gosh, Jasmine Sanders, I think is her name. She's
Oh, yeah.
a model.
Yep.
I'm missing so many names, but so many Victoria's Secret models were there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was I
iconic
feel like the OG revolve around the world.
Yes.
They had rented out this whole resort for a few weeks and they had people come in rotation. So it was the Revolve Queen Mala. Absolutely amazing. Unreal. I remember me and my friend that I had brought were by the pool and then Elsa Haas gets in the pool and she's just chit-chatting and she's like, hi guys. And I'm like, oh my God. It was just crazy. And then
Yeah.
Brooke and I went to the Dominican Republic.
Yes.
With
Was that
Revolve last summer.
Wow, the feels so
And
long.
that was fun too because it was some of our other friends that also we had already met before and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And it
Where
started
did you stay there? The Eden Rock or
no
that other
we
fancy-
bounced around to
Oh,
they
okay.
took us
two
on-
different places.
Yeah, two
Okay.
different areas.
More it was more so focused on the culture, which I think was
Yeah.
really cool. More local vibes. Still
Nice.
very nice amenities. Of course, it was very
Yes.
nice.
Yeah, that was a lovely trip. I mean, they really do it up. They make it so
And
Yeah.
that one
Yeah.
was more focused. So they used to just kind of invite people, and then that one was more focused on you could be a Revolve ambassador. So it's who's our top sellers,
Yes.
stuff
Right.
like that. So I think that's why we were invited on that because we were linking a lot through Revolve.
Right.
But now I'm seeing they're doing other Europe trips. So
yeah.
Wow.
I don't know,
Alex
we should
Earl,
see.
London calling. I just saw it.
Yeah,
I know.
I
Um,
know.
so when you are traveling, what are your best packing tips and tricks and on the plane musts for
Love this.
being
Yeah,
on the
that's a
move?
good one. I'm not one to do my whole skincare routine on the plane. I'm
Yeah.
very bare.
I
bones.
wish
I'm
I could do
Yeah,
that.
I'm get me
Yeah.
from point A to point B. I want to
Yes.
be I got my headphones. I got the AirPod Maxes, but I used to just use the ones that go in your ear. And
Yeah.
a book always my must
You
have.
do always have a book.
Yeah, and I'm big on sanitizing products. I get in my head about how dirty
Yeah.
everything is. So I
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
the Touchland hand sanitizer and the wipes and everything. I try to do no makeup on the plane if I can, though,
Yeah.
'cause I feel like that's
Yeah,
a
me
good
too.
thing.
No one needs to see me with makeup on the plane. It's fine. I feel
I'll go
like
on
the
pimple
recycle there.
patches. I will go
Yeah.
yeah. You see mine on the plane, you might not recognize.
Have you guys ever done a face mask on the plane?
Yes, I have.
I
Yeah.
want
yeah.
to do that. So
Yeah.
how do you get the confidence?
Yeah, I just am let these people be dehydrated. I'm gonna walk
You're
off
so
here and
right.
be glazed.
Yeah,
You're
I
so
don't care.
right.
I really don't care.
And
But
they know
there's
what
also
you're
ways
doing.
of doing a mask where it's not a sheet mask. So
True.
Tata Harper has a resurfacing mask. The
Oh,
jet lag
yeah.
mask
You have to
from
touch
Summer
it.
Yes.
Fridays.
Yeah, that was
you could
genius.
put on, and it's it makes it a little more incognito. To your point, but
That is true. I need to bring my jet lag mask with me.
yeah.
For international flights, I feel like that's perfectly acceptable. But
Yes.
if we're going Toronto, to New
Chicago,
York,
Okay, guys, here's my whole routine.
We're already descending. Oh my gosh. But now it's 10 more
I have to put my
minutes.
tray table up now. It's
Yeah.
over.
Something I do for packing is,
Yes.
we love the packing cube, stuff like that. But one of my biggest things I've started doing for literally every trip, any trip, if I'm going to my college town, if I'm going home, if we're going on a live show, I'm making a Google slide.
Yes.
I am that girl that's doing it, but it's so nice because I do a lot of, even though we live in New York, I actually do a lot of online shopping. So I feel like I have all of my orders and I can see all the photos of the clothes. So I'll just like drag and drop like, okay, this top with
Right.
these jeans, those shoes I have in my closet. Let me find a picture of them online. And then that way I can kind of see everything visually. And it's helped so much. Like, I'm not going to say I still don't overpack because what if you change your mind? You're not in the mood.
Yeah.
But it's so nice knowing like, okay, for dinner, you have your dinner outfit. It's just so nice seeing everything and helps with packing.
Yeah, it's like a mood board, or not a mood board, but like
Kinda.
a planogram. That's what we
Yeah.
call it in the magazine days.
Oh,
Yeah.
Planogram.
cute.
Yeah.
Planogram. I'm going to start calling it that.
Yes.
That's cute.
Packing in outfits is like such a game changer. I never used to do this. I
Yes.
used to be like, here are 5 tops and 5
Same.
bottoms.
Really?
Like, yeah,
Oh, I
Yeah.
always do the outfit planning.
It's genius.
it's so much better.
Yeah,
Way
but
more efficient.
but I feel like maybe you guys need to do an app around this, like some kind of
Should.
planogram app.
Yeah. Have you
You can, like,
seen
put
have you
outfits
seen
in.
how everybody's doing this on TikTok? They're making videos of themselves doing it where you can like, you know how on your iPhone you can like hold the picture
Yes.
and like
Yeah.
drag it
Yeah.
and then you put it in your notes app. Have you seen
Yeah,
that?
like you
And
make
then
it like
they
a
build-
PNG.
And
It's
yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, instead of
Uh-huh.
like a Google slide, it's like in your notes app and it's like your photo wearing your outfit. And so you're like,
Yes.
Monday, I'm wearing this. Tuesday. It's like
Yeah.
little mini.
You could even cut out the
versions.
background, Jill. When we go to Paris
Yeah.
next week, we can be like, here's a picture of me at
Cute.
the opera,
Oh.
wearing the outfit.
Yeah,
like
that's
This
a
with
little
my morning
thing,
croissant.
That's a
like,
little-
Then,
Yeah.
then we need
Yeah.
to bring in a really hot, handsome man,
Yeah,
like
right
holding
next
a
to me.
diamond ring.
Yeah.
and
Yes.
Wait, that's so funny. Yes, you could really envision it.
manifesting.
I tried to do that one time
Yeah.
and the pictures were so small.
Yeah,
I don't know
true.
how to make them, but you can make them bigger. So I don't know.
Yeah, it would take some trial and error for
Yeah.
sure.
I haven't.
Yeah.
focused it.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap up soon, but I want to ask each of you what has you personally excited for 2024? I know that I feel like your
Can we
followers.
just before we
Yeah.
get to that question,
What?
I would like to know. I haven't been able to ask what's on your top shelf.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
what
go
are your
ahead.
favorite? So I'm just going to
Oh,
ask it again, okay? Because I think we have 7 minutes. Okay, so before we let you go, we need to know what is on your top shelf beauty wise, like for skin, hair, makeup, favorite products of 2023.
Love.
Amazing.
Give us your top picks.
Recently, I've been so into the Sulwhasoo products just in general, but the
Yep.
First Care Activating Serum, I put it on like morning and night, like before I do anything else, and it makes my products absorb better, I swear. Like, I think
Love
that it's like
that.
just I never used to be like a serum girly. I was very like, once again, I'm acne prone, so I try
Yeah.
to keep my routine like pretty simple, but I feel like this helps.
Yeah,
It's really-
and you've got to keep that hydration going, right?
Right. Totally.
Yeah, I love K beauty, like all of K beauty and Japanese beauty.
Absolutely.
I love.
Obsessed.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
going to talk about that on our show when we do our swap.
No,
So-
they're on our show right now.
I mean, we're going to talk about that
When you come
we're
on
gonna
our
talk about
show.
that on your show.
Yeah,
when
Can't
we do
wait.
that
Exactly.
swap.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, what else?
Other products, I always love the Glow Recipe watermelon dewdrops. I mean, that's like more like base for makeup that I use. But if
Yeah.
I even if I'm not wearing makeup that day, I feel like that's like
Yeah.
I'm going out with the the skin looking pretty good because it gives that like glow to the skin.
Yeah.
What else am I liking?
what about makeup?
makeup? That's a good question. Fenty Beauty, the eyeshadow sticks.
Oh,
They came out with
Oh.
these eyeshadow sticks. I love like a one step.
Yes.
Streamline the routine.
Same.
Yes, and they have the matte ones are so nice.
Oh my god, we were just talking about this at the airport. I
Really?
was like, I
Yeah.
feel like so I'm addicted to some right now as well that I can't talk about them officially right yet.
Ooh,
But that's what I was telling Jill is that they're matte and I'm obsessed because those crayon pencils typically are so
yeah.
Shimmery.
metallic and shimmery and I'm
Yep.
like, get out of here.
totally.
I need to try this.
No, they're great. They have
Oh
really
my God,
nice
I need
shades.
to call these in. Okay, I've
Yeah.
been influenced.
Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
influenced.
Great.
No, I feel like
Uh-huh.
Fenty products also like they last. You put them
Yeah.
on, you're like
Yeah.
heavy duty.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're a
So
nice like
much.
base. I use them sometimes like with like the Makeup by Mario like matte palette on top, or sometimes I'll just do it
Yeah.
on their own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you're wearing right now?
Yeah.
On your eyes? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Really good. What about a
it.
product you're de-influencing for 2023?
Oh my,
You were like, I tried this. This is terrible.
oh my gosh, I'm honestly out on REM Beauty. I
Oh,
like tried a
great.
bunch of their stuff, and I was
Uh-huh.
like really disappointed.
Yeah.
The foundation I was disappointed, and the what else did I try? The gloss, was it that? I think one day we went to record and I was like, this is the worst lip gloss
had
I've
to
used
keep
in my
reapplying.
entire life. It was like water. Yeah. It made my
Oh,
lips like
dear.
more dry because it was just,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
I know. And I feel like she has the resources to make it
Yes.
so good. So I'm
Make it
just disappointed.
happen.
We still
She
love
needs
you,
to-
Ari.
I love her.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like,
We'll
give me a
still have
product
you
that
on our
works.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So,
What about you?
I'm like so into skin prep right now because I feel like it makes your makeup look so good.
Yeah.
So I'm big into a vitamin C serum right now. I'm using a Burt's Bees vitamin C serum, and then a big game changer for me. And I started to get acne again. And I was like, no, we're not doing this. Like, because I was on Accutane, I did all the things. Like,
yeah.
no, I was getting triggered. So I started reusing my Skin Fix barrier cream.
Oh yeah.
Like barrier cream in general, like the road barrier cream,
Yeah.
just a sort of barrier cream really helps because I learned that like when you are protecting your barrier, then your skin isn't breaking out, aka pimples. And that was a huge breakthrough for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Breaking beauty.
Yeah, breaking
Yeah.
beauty.
I
So
love it. I
in
love
the morning,
it.
like my little like gym skincare routine, because I don't want to like just go out into the open like without anything on my skin.
Yeah.
I'll do the vitamin C serum, barrier cream, and then if I'm feeling it, which I know I should be doing every day, SPF, but it doesn't always happen for me. And then for makeup, what is like really? Oh, I started using brown eyeliner. I just like never really been an eyeliner girly, and I've been loving using. It's a Lancome like liquid like felt tip
Okay.
a brown eyeliner, and I think it really helps. Like I have brown eyes and I think it really brings something out.
Yeah.
Also brown mascara. A makeup
love it.
artist
Love
recently
it.
used it on me, and I'm gonna go buy some
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it looks more natural.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just going to ask you because you mentioned doing glam or having your glam done. If
Yeah.
there's any product that you got turned on to from a makeup artist,
Oh, like everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like literally everything. The Prism Libre powder from
Oh, yeah,
Givenchy.
Givenchy, yes.
They always bake with that.
Valentino brow
Okay.
pencil. It's like there's
Interesting.
like a felt tip on one side and the other side it's like a crayon on the
Yeah.
other. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
like, or was it, what is it on the other side?
It's the spoolie. right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then, I'm wearing it right now. The Pat McGrath lip glosses are absolutely incredible. This one's called Flesh Fantasy. Our friend Kat had recommended it to me. Lots of like lip liners. Like I didn't ever really use lip liner until I got my
Yeah.
makeup done, and I was like, "Whoa, this changes everything."
Yeah. Love a good lip
We
liner.
both love. Well, actually, I'm saying that, but maybe not the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk
Yeah.
Foundation.
Classic.
Mm-hmm.
Also for like everyday wear, Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation.
Yeah.
Like just like little things like that.
Yeah. Those are both
Yeah, I love
classics.
it.
I love talking about this stuff. This is
Yeah,
so fun girly
so
chat.
I
fun.
know. Does
So
that?
fun.
Do either of you do the self tanner?
Yes.
What do you use? What's
Today's
the
my
best?
scrub off day, so I'm completely no self tannered.
I like
This
had
is
to
a
like bronze to
routine.
match because we use Isle of Paradise or Tan Lux, I guess, drops
Yeah.
on the face.
Yeah.
That you mix in with the moisturizer. On the body, I love the Bondi Sands 1 Hour Express foam.
Okay.
Very good.
I've heard that's really, really good.
I like it. And a 1 Hour Express, I
Okay.
mean, like you can't
Yeah.
beat it.
And are you fragrance girlies?
Yes.
What's your
like-
signature?
Yeah. I know we both like Baccarat Rouge.
I love
Like,
Baccarat Rouge.
yeah.
I'm
that's
recently
more-
into anything with like I'm really liking this Joe Malone Myrrh and Tonka. It's like a cologne
Mm.
intense, but I'm like into that masculine amber oud
Mhm.
patchouli vibe. Like
She's so into scents. You just
I'm
don't. You
so
gotta.
into it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just gotta like, we'll walk into a room and I'm like, Brooke, do you smell it? She's like, no. Like, I'm like picking up notes of sandalwood out there.
Yeah, you're like hint of amber over there.
Yeah. Do you guys have
that.
like a signature scent?
Yeah.
I always love
Ooh,
asking people.
I am it's the one thing I hoard the most.
Yeah.
I'm fortunate that like most scents smell like what they smell like in the bottle, they smell like that on me.
Oh, that's
So a lot of people are like, that went off on me or whatever. So I kind of run the gamut, but like Baccarat Rouge, I wear a lot. I honestly love Ariana Grande's Cloud fragrance.
Oh, I haven't
So
smelled
she did something good. though.
Yeah,
There you
exactly.
go.
It's
Yeah.
kind of a
Okay,
drugstore
good.
knockoff for the Baccarat Rouge, to be honest with you. It's
Yeah.
kind of crazy. And
sure.
it's like $500 less. See, the
Wow.
Baccarat Rouge would be the perfect thing to lend out on pickle. Because it
Yeah.
is like $600.
You're so right.
And you could like just wear it on your date night or whatever and
You're
then like
so
return
right.
it.
Or you can just walk into Bergdorf's and like
Yeah.
test
True.
it. Test it.
Brooke and I have
Yeah.
this thing, like she always makes fun of me, but it's like a funny thing that like I like to think I have a signature scent, but I'm very much so like, oh, it's, Valentine's Day, I'm gonna wear my vanilla scent. Or oh,
Yes.
it's, we're going to the beach, I'm gonna wear my replica beach walk. Like I'm very
Yeah. I
much
love
so.
that.
And
That's a
maybe you're that way too.
fragrance
Yeah,
like, you
yeah.
wear
Yeah,
the
she has a
perfume.
whole wardrobe of it. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is my scent for the year.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah,
pretty much
yeah.
like pick one. I'm like, that's it. Yeah.
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 I'm
Every
all-
night out.
it really is all about what I feel like in the moment. And
Yeah.
like during COVID, like when I was working at home, like I had so many that I were like, I just want it to be like zen, calming, that whole
Yes.
thing. It's like it's really powerful in that
Yes.
way,
Totally.
Okay, I'm gonna get on to the question that I wanted to ask you
Yes.
before. So, what are each of you personally excited about for 2024? I know I saw in some of your comments that your followers are constantly asking if either of you are getting engaged. I see the red nails going on over there. Red
Oh my
nails
God.
theory. Do you have like a secret Pinterest vision board of what you want to happen in 2024?
Oh, I love that.
No, I love it. I can't speak for both of us on the engagement for next year.
I think we can.
but no, not in sight. I think we're both on the long track with that.
Oh,
We both have
yeah.
boyfriends. We're both like
so
having
happy.
a great
but
time.
it's just-
But yeah.
I don't
Enjoying
know.
our 20s for
Good.
sure. And
Yes.
traveling and
Hell
living it
yeah.
up and like, yeah.
I
As
love
you should.
talking about weddings. I like eat up all the wedding content. And I
Yeah.
think
Me
that's why sometimes
too.
people think, oh my gosh, they want to get engaged or getting their nails done, whatever. But I just more so I enjoy the culture. I love it.
Yeah,
It's
it
so
is
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
It
It
is
is
fun.
fun.
No.
But I think for Gals on the Go in general, we're just trying to, I'm sure you guys do, like creating more brand awareness for Gals on the Go. We would love to do like a co-brand. Like we did a collaboration with
Yes.
Brooklyn, and which was exciting, but like we've always wanted to do something like that. And then
Yeah.
just traveling more for tour.
Right.
Would
What
be
would be
good.
your dream beauty collaboration? Let's put it in the universe.
Beauty.
Oh my gosh, that's such a good question.
Well, we love Rare Beauty.
I know.
That
I
would be
know.
fun.
I always say I'm like, oh, dreaming big, but it's not, I guess. You know,
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like
It's-
with like a massive
I feel like you guys would do. You should do like an away collab. That would be
Yes.
So
Well,
Or
yeah, or
like
like
a luggage
base.
thing.
We love
I know,
base,
I
like
know.
something like that. That's what we tell our agents all the time. We
Yeah.
want to do a collaboration
Yeah.
with a
Please,
suitcase brand.
please.
Like,
We're doing next week our first like branded shoot. It's not like our collaboration, but we're like the models, like the face of it, basically. So I guess by the time this comes out, like that's happening.
yeah,
But we're doing like we haven't done that together.
yeah,
We're like a company basically.
Yeah,
You know,
so
like,
that's
like
like
where we.
yet.
It's
I think
with,
so.
Yeah, it's with Juicy Couture.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, so that's why the red nails are red too. 'cause-
Yeah.
yeah. They like gave
Yeah,
us a
they
mood board
asked
for the
us-
nails.
Oh, that's so fun.
I know.
But-
Honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so more
that's
stuff like
excellent.
that. That's the direction.
Yeah.
Kind of elevate the brand. a little bit
Yeah.
more like we do merchandise for our show.
Yeah.
And we wanted to kind of elevate the merch a little bit. So if you listen to the podcast, great. But also if you don't, maybe you just want the sweatshirt or the
Yeah.
hat or
Yeah.
the poster.
I love that vibe.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for being on Breaking Beauty
you.
Podcast. We are going to be guests on Gals on the Go this week as well. So go over and check that out as well. And maybe before we can just like end on a rapid fire of a couple questions.
Love.
What
Oh, I
do you
love this.
think?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather wake up with perfect skin every day or perfect hair?
Oof.
I would say perfect skin as someone who's like struggled with skin.
I feel like
yeah,
perfect skin.
Yeah.
I feel like I have
That
to
would be
say
me
perfect
too.
skin.
What's the best takeout in New York?
Hunan Bistro,
Really?
Chinese pork soup
Oh, you have that
dumplings.
ready.
That's like my after I land
my
from the airport.
gosh.
Yeah,
Wow.
I know that was
Okay.
quick.
I'm these days I love Naya.
Okay.
It's like a Mediterranean like bowl situation. Oh my god, it's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hamptons or Miami?
Oh, I'll probably say Miami.
And I'll say Hamptons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram.
Instagram. Yeah.
Okay. Most recent book that you read that you can't stop talking about?
Oh my gosh. I read this book, Wellness. I have to get the author's name. But it was great. It was like contemporary fiction and it covered wellness, like truly
Okay.
the idea of like how obsessed we are like with wellness as a society, but not in a way that it was through the lens of like this married couple and like the story of their life. And it was just a great story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like it's like
haven't
the
heard
type of thing
that.
that I want to like talk about. Like it's like a deeper conversation. I
Uh-huh.
think I love deep conversation too. So I'm like, I need to talk to
Okay.
someone about this.
Obsessed.
Yeah.
I would say Housemaid.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't know that
It's
one.
great. It's like a thriller.
Okay.
Hmm.
Final one. What's the secret NYC destination that you've been gatekeeping right up until now?
Secret like thing to do or like secret
Yeah, or
whatever.
club or
Yeah.
or celeb
Okay.
hunt, like Zero Bond. No, I'm joking.
Oh.
Oh, like where you
No,
see
no.
celebs? Where do I always?
no. Just whatever you think is like maybe
Like
people
the
don't
kind
know
of place
low
you,
key.
you don't want to advertise because you
Right.
don't want people to flock to it. Whatever it is.
Well, I had one, but now everyone goes, including Taylor Swift, which is Emilio's Bellato.
Oh my god!
I swear I went there
Oh.
like 4 years ago and I
Yeah.
loved it because they don't take reservations, but
Yes.
it was not a problem because not as many people knew about it.
Yeah,
And now Taylor Swift goes, so I can't
Yeah.
even imagine the line.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that would have been my answer.
Yeah.
It's a hard question.
I mean, it's also on the map now, but there's this great bar. It's called Double Chicken Please. And in the front, it's like a fried chicken shop. And then the
Mhm.
back is like a bar where the cocktails are like the craziest things you've ever heard of.
Nice.
And it's just so hard to get into now because it's like a smaller place
Yeah.
and it's definitely on the map.
but
feel
I
like
didn't know about it when you went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it used to be underground.
I
Now it's
know,
like
now
so
it's
hard to
like-
get a reservation.
Love a
Oh.
speakeasy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really
speakeasy.
cool New York City spot if you can get it.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
thank you, Brooke. Thank you, Danielle. Thanks for spending time with us.
Yes.
And we'll see you on your show.
Yes. Go check it out.
Okay.
So good.
Okay.
Thank you guys
That
so
was awesome. We
much.
covered a lot.
Yeah, wow.
Oh my gosh, I'm like obsessed
Chatty
with that episode.
chats. That's the best part about collaborating with fellow podcasters.
Oh,
I
it was so
think.
easy. That was,
Definitely.
that was
I feel like I
fantastic.
need to
Water
touch up my
here.
lip gloss.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, we can take a minute.
I know. Hopefully, Ariana's not going to come for me for the slander of her brand.